how HashMap is internally working. How HashMap is internally working. Okay, so this is a theoretical question, but any interviewer, this is 0 to 12 years of experience question. Any service-based companies like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, Tech Mahindra, product-based companies, IBM, Oracle, Deloitte, Robotos, ADP, any companies that you go for any interview, so 80% in time you will face this question: how HashMap is working internally, or what is the flow control, what is the work mechanism actually. So HashMap, so no doubt it is an implementation class of set interface. Suppose one line I will write has map, and so I will write a string comma, suppose string. Whatever you write, so within this tag, we know that map is a such collection containing pair. Just a little bit information before that I am providing. Map is a such collection containing pair. In a pair, one is a key and one is a value. Okay, so first, suppose within a tag, I wrote string. So whatever the value I assign is string value. So here this is a key and this is value. Let's suppose hash map. Let my object name is suppose hm, object obj equals to new hash map. Let it new hash map, new hash map, string comma this. So now one what I did, one hash map object I created. So internally, how the JVM, how the control is understanding. Control is understanding how one one bucket is creating. Very mindfully listen what I am saying. Very important. Maximum times student may face the difficulties. So bucket. So they suppose this is a one bucket. This is one bucket. So in this way, how many buckets? So it is creating. You remember 16 buckets. You remember how many buckets? 16 buckets. 16. That means if I will, this is 0, this is 1, then this is 15. Okay. Default or initial capacity is 16. When a hash map object we are creating, so internally what JVM is doing, so 16 numbers of bucket is creating, and in each bucket how the data items are assigning. Okay, so here there is a concept of a linked list that we have to know. In the form of linked list, so data items are assigning how. That's why the question is how HashMap is internally working. Suppose I will write obj.map. Suppose in some data item, if I will write obj.put method, there is a what ready-made method. Suppose key is AB. Suppose let value is suppose zone. So AB is key, zone is a value. But where this the key AB and zone, how it is assigning into a bucket, and each bucket have an index value: 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. In this way 0 to 15 index, there are 16 numbers of buckets. Then how? So before that, coming just before that, little bit knowledge about linked list that you have to know. So little bit knowledge. Linked list means what? Linked list, it is a collection of nodes. It is a collection of nodes. It is a collection of nodes. I am not going to the detail because there is no time. When in my next webinar, Particularly today, these two questions I will discuss, but lots of things I have my mind. So but I will try because time is very short, because this is collection framework topic, but in a multi-threading, serialization and deserialization, regex regular expression, particularly only Java 8 features. So one by one webinar that I will do, and I will give the clarity to all of you if you connect with me. Okay, so coming to the point. So linked list node. So this is a pointer of field. This is a pointer of field, and this is the item field or data field. This pointer is pointing. Suppose this is start node, and suppose this address is 6000 and the value is 6000. It is a pointer of field pointing to this node. It is a pointer of field. It is the item field. Item field, pointer of field, item field, pointer of field, item field, pointer of field. So it is a what? Linked list. Linked list is a collection of nodes. Internally, each node is a memory containing so two part. One is item part, one is pointer part. Pointer part is pointing to the next node actually. So this is the concept of a linked list. Okay. Now the step number one. Step number one. Now step number one. So by invoking put method, so one key we assigned and one value we assign. So how the control will evaluate, how the control will understand. Now, in which way JVM is understanding? So this is key is it is a string object. So first of all, by very mindfully listen. First of all, by taking this key is a string object here. Step number one, I will write it will be better. Step number one, by taking AB is my key. AB is a string object. So JVM will get the hash code. JVM will get the hash code by taking AB. By taking AB. AB is my key. It is a string object. Okay. Internally, AB dot there is a method hash code method is invoking internally. Step number one. So whatever, again I am repeating, whatever you have the key. Now here key is a string object that is AB. So by taking that, by invoking hash code method, JVM will get the hash code. JVM will get the hash code. Step number one. Okay, so then step number two. Now somebody is joining. Step number two, suppose has code, suppose that is another point, suppose any code I will get, suppose 2236 I got. Step number one, JVM is getting hash code. Step number two, calculate the index. Step number two, so how JVM will get the index? There is a method formula actually. You remember hash code. There is operator bitwise and operator within bracket length minus 1. Length size is 16. Default initial capacity 16. 16 minus 1. So that means suppose let it 2236. Suppose let it I got the hash code this, and so 16 minus 1, 16 minus 1, so that is 15. Okay, so whatever I will get the result, so this is the index value. Suppose let it, suppose I got, suppose index value is, let it whatever it may be, 2236 and this whatever, let suppose. Okay, so step number two, so JVM is getting index value, getting index value, getting index value. Suppose I got the index 12. So here there is a 12 index. Suppose, so here there is a bucket. So now In 12 index, now AB will assign and John will assign. So the key AB and John will assign. Actually, internally, four field will create item, value, hash code, then pointer of field. Internally, if I will go through the depth. Okay, so first point. First, JVM is getting hash code by taking key value. Then second, JVM getting index. Which index? There are 0 to 15 index, 16 number of buckets. First of all, JVM will find which bucket that I will assign the pair. So index finalized. Then coming to next point. Suppose another pair I will add obj dot put. Suppose let cd let value is Smith. Suppose another pair. Suppose I will add. Okay, similarly, same way. First of all, I will get the hash code, then I will get the index, and which index, suppose I whatever I will get, JVM will get, then JVM will assign the pair in that index. It's okay, but suppose one pair I am JVM will assign, but their index, suppose JVM calculated hash code calculated index value, suppose same index value again JVM got. Next, suppose a new pair the user what is assigning and JVM calculated the same index value JVM got. Then this is called as what and in which way that again JVM will treat. That is the again interview question for senior level in experienced level interview question. You remember first when a new pair we are assigning and the JVM is getting hash code, JVM is getting index, same index value that JVM is getting, that is called as collision. Has collision. Has collision. Maximum time interview is asking what is collision. Has collision. Okay, so same index if the JVM will get, so first of all, the key is AB, here key is CD. First key will check by invoking equals method. There is a method equals method meant for content comparison. This method coming from object class. This method coming from object class. Okay, internally equals method JVM is invoking. First it will check is equals to CD. If equals, then this will overwrite. In the new pair will exist but in this place. If not equal, in that bucket, another side, another linked list will create that CD, Smith, hash code or pointer will assign. Or another node in that bucket, in 12 number of buckets, another linked list JVM will create, will assign this pair. So this is the mechanism, this is the question, and this is the internal mechanism of HashMap. How HashMap is internally working. That means when we are declaring a HashMap object and we are assigning the pairs in HashMap object internally, or how JVM assigning the pairs in bucket. And there is another point also. Suppose initial capacity is 16 and there is a concept of load factor. Load factor is 75%. Load factor. Load factor means when 75% bucket, 16 75% is I think 12. Suppose when 12 number of 0 to 12 bucket will fill, then I want to insert a new pair, then a new what collection, a new bucket will create a new what double means 16 into 2, 32 number of buckets will create. You remember this point. Suppose when hash map object you are declaring, then 16 numbers of buckets allocating creating, because this is the default initial capacity. But when and load factor is 75%, that means when 75% pair, 75% data item, when we will assign, after that we want to assign a new pair, then number of buckets will be doubled. You remember this point. Okay, so this is all about the second question.